opposes this to voice their opinions. Is this something that is done behind closed doors with the county and with engineers and it's decided on, or is there a proper forum for community input into this?
Okay, there's several ways. I know you're discounting it, but with the adoption of this path, the countywide multi-use trail plan was public input.
No adoption.
Very possibly from in the rest of the county, but in this one area that we're talking about, this specific neighborhood, this history of community input for this section.
I understand that you don't see it, but because you don't see it, doesn't mean that it didn't occur. Now,
How did it occur?
Or more importantly, how can it occur now? Because there
I
are
mean,
a lot of people
okay.
who have a lot of concerns.
Nancy will speak to that. Again, she has more. Nancy Ciliax, who is the former president, current president of the Claremont Heights Civic Association. So
I've had lots of input in this. I've had people emailing me, I've had people calling me, and whenever anybody brings up an issue, I have quite a long list of issues, and I'm also on the oversight committee that I took to this committee. We've answered all the questions that people had. I've returned as much email as I can, or if I get group lists, I've taken that probably like 25.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that everybody who's opposed to PAP in the woods is here now? Or do you think that this is probably just a small section of the people? It seems like most of the people here are opposed to it.
So let me ask you about the water works. That's a question I've learned for the last 50 years. The waterworks has been a mosquito patch over there for years and years and years. Are you going to vaccinate everybody that walks by the waterworks for West Nile? I mean, the commissioners know it, the Parks Department knows about it, but nothing can be done about the waterworks.
Well,
that's just a small. Yeah. Plus flooding. Flooding of Peachtree Creek takes back of my yard every time there's a 6-inch rain. I'm going to pay you some more. You had to buy out some houses on Dinsley in the last 2 years because of flooding, backing up water up in. Well, I mean,
Because if we paved the woods, then all of our houses flood more. My house was never in a flood zone until May 2001. It's been there since 1957. But then they built all those houses at the end of North Superior. So now I pay $900 a year in flood insurance because FEMA decided to put me in the flood zone because they did not account for the water runoff. What are they going to do about the water runoff for all this?
okay. Would you like to find out how much runoff this will generate? The number is a calculated number. The designers can tell you that. Okay? The designers can tell you that. Do you know that about half of this thing is on a boardwalk, that it's not paved at all? There are things that you may not know about this that you can learn. So if you want to learn more about it, please go ahead and talk. Now, if you want other opportunities to speak, now, folks, like I said, this project was approved prior to by the county commission. By, as far as I know,
I was at the meeting at Medlock Park this fall. There was discussion by the Parks and Rec Commissioner. He said there will be some development of the park. We don't have the plan in place yet. We will let you know when there's going to be a chance for public input. And I have not seen that chance since then. I keep a pretty close eye on things, okay?
that is on the park master plan. Okay, that's on what you do once you get to the park.
We specifically addressed a number, probably the same people who are here tonight, specifically addressed what's going to happen to Mason Mill Park. We want to know. And at that time, we were told we would be made part of the decision process.
Okay. And there is, if you're talking now about Mason Mill Park, there is now a request for proposals out for the Mason Mill Park master plan. That
what I'm talking about is the land that this path is going to go through, which I am loosely referring to as Mason Mill Park. Okay? When people were at that, we made it clear we were talking about that whole wood area back there. And our concerns about it being left in as natural state as possible, obviously some of it finally needs to be developed so that it can be a multi-use situation.
If your impression was that that planning process was going to address this project, they gave you the wrong impression. This project...
Well, then what do I need to do? Because I specifically talked about the whole thing. There were people there I look in the eye and I talk to about it. And I don't understand why this can't be a time for more input now. Why can't we have more input now?
On the park master plan, you will. That particular park master plan is not yet under contract. I've seen the RFP. It's out for proposals. So that master plan, now the meeting that you were at was actually the countywide parks master plan.
I understand
That wasn't the question.
My question is, how many of you come to your civic association meetings? When we ask you, we have been talking about this for years.
I come,
I've seen some of you there, but anytime we get input, because we brought up gas several times, and any input that I get at those meetings,
That's great, but
it's
at the
passed
end
on.
of the day, there's a group, a large group of people who are
This
concerned about it.
particular path project was approved for build about 13 years ago. Yes, that's right.
There were three alternatives. There's nothing been approved 13 years ago.
Yes, it was 13 years ago when this was...
Mr. Rader, I wonder if you could answer this question that's on my mind and maybe other people's. Is this an absolute done deal and you're just showing us what you've given us, or is there a chance for future input? Because apparently an awful lot of people that have feelings for this part of the county have been unaware of any of these plans that have gone on. And I want to know, is it a done deal, or is there still discussion going on?
The decision to build a multi-use trail between Mason Mill and Medlock Park is a decision that has been made by the county commission. It has been funded.
Yes, but you're a county commissioner now. We don't know your predecessors.
If you want me to finish my sentence, I'll be glad to do that. The decision to build that, the decision to do a multi-use trail has been made. The input that is certainly timely at this point is about how that project is implemented, its specific alignment, the considerations as they relate to the tree save, the drainage, and the particular alignment of the structure, the amenities, how the thing is used, how it crosses the roads. All of those details of implementation, input on those issues is very timely right now.
So is it possible to have non-concrete trails? Yeah.
Not and serve the purpose of this trail. One of the purposes of this trail, is to afford access to this area by folks who cannot now access it because of limits in mobility.
Go where? There is a million. Have you ever walked? Excuse me.
There's 1,000,001 cookie cutter parks and places, multi